Breaking Bad ha roto fronteras, convenciones, ha roto narrativas y está en el selecto club de esas series que hacen avanzar de un solo golpe y en un breve tiempo 10 años a la ficción televisiva. Hoy tenemos con nosotros al autor de esa revolución y por eso os pido un fuerte aplauso para recibir a Vince Gilligan.
Buenas tardes. That was it. That was all Spanish I know. But thank you so much. You always get the question, where do you get your ideas? And the answer, of course, for being honest, is who the hell knows? I don't know where the idea came from, but I remember the moment it hit. I was talking to a buddy of mine. We went to school together. He's a writer. He's also an executive producer and a writer and a director on Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad. But at the time, we were unemployed X-Files writers because the show had ended, been gone for 2 years. Jokingly, he says, let's put a meth lab in the back of an RV, you know, and make money doing that. And so I just stole his idea right then, basically. I am a very law-abiding citizen because I'm too scared of authority to break the law. So I'm talking to someone just like me, and we're both very boring, middle-aged guys. And what really interested me was the thought of what would it really take for me to do that in real life? What would it take for me to do something really reprehensible and indefensible? I guess I'd really need money badly. So we open in the desert. It's quiet, you hear little insects, you know. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, this pair of pants, men's pants, go flying out of the sky. And they land on the ground and vroom, this RV, this Winnebago. And suddenly we're inside this thing, and it's in the middle of nowhere, but it's driving like a bat out of hell. There's a guy in the passenger seat, and he's got a gas mask on, and he's got some blood trickling down from his forehead. And then you see the guy behind the wheel, and he's in a gas mask too, and he's naked except for a pair of underpants. There's a lab back, and then all of a sudden he loses control, bam! He goes right into the ditch, and he gets out, and he hears sirens. And then he gets this video recorder, and he starts recording himself, and he says, "My name is Walter Hartwell White, and I live at 308 Negro Arroyo Lane, Albuquerque, New Mexico, and I'm speaking now to my family." The X-Files, I wrote a freelance episode for it, season 2, and then was again lucky to get asked to write on the show as a staff writer. That was the first time I'd ever done TV. At that point in my career, I thought I was a movie writer, and my movie career was really in the toilet at that point. It was in bad shape, and I was so blessed to get asked to write for television on my favorite show at the time. It was a wonderful job. It was like going to film school, the best film school in the world, except getting paid to attend. I can't speak highly enough of it. It was a wonderful opportunity. I learned a lot from the X-Files. I learned a lot of good things that I wanted to emulate. One thing I learned from the X-Files was something I learned not to do. On the X-Files, we were always writing so quickly, and we had so many episodes and the deadlines were so tight that we just say the hell with it. I'm not going to bother giving the writer notes. I'm just going to rewrite it myself. I saw in the X-Files for 7 years of doing that the staff writers never really got better, and they also got bitter. They got kind of angry, but what I learned from that experience was when I had my own opportunity with Breaking Bad, the first thing I did was I did everything I could do to make sure we had a lot of lead time. The most important thing you can have as a writer is time to think and to write and to make mistakes and to backtrack and to start over. And I sat down with the writer and gave verbal notes, and it was an enormous pain in the ass. People hate getting notes. I hate getting notes. We all do. It was the best thing I ever did. Season after season, year after year, their writing is better and better and better. And that time that I invested up front was was so helpful because by season 2 or 3, these guys are turning in, these men and women writing for me are turning in scripts that don't even need to be rewritten. If I'm producing a show, I'd much rather take less money for production and have it in pre-production and have more time with the writers. The trouble with planning way ahead is that it makes you very rigid and inorganic in your storytelling. What we did was we made it look like we knew where we were going by looking backward instead of forward. If you can tell your story without words, you've won. That's the best thing you can do. You can go home and feel like you earned your money. Dialogue is, yes, it's important. Yes, it's fun to write dialogue, but it's just the frippery. It's just the cherry on top. This is only my opinion on this. I've thought a lot about it. They are very different shows. Breaking Bad was very much an existential crisis. And on the other hand, with Better Call Saul, mostly it's a quieter character study in which a character is devolving. He's changing into something else, but it's a lesser version of his former self. Peter Gould, my partner on the show, is running the show now. He's been running it for about two seasons now. I didn't write a single episode of this season that's airing now. And Peter and the writers are doing a wonderful job, and the best answer I could give you is, it's a different voice. It's not my voice anymore. And people come up to me all the time now and they say, I like Breaking Bad a lot, but Better Call Saul, I think it's even better. And it's wonderful. I'm very proud of the fact that it doesn't kill me like I thought it would. I'm so proud of the show. Unlike with a movie where the ending has to be perfect, in a TV series, no one episode, the show does not live or die with any one episode. And each episode ending does not have to be perfect.